is K Cash. And I know it's been a long time. It's been a while since I've done a review. But I had to do this Michael Jackson review for the movie. So, if you have not seen the movie, this is spoil. Like a spoiled apple, rotten apple. Wait to watch it. If you're the type of person where child, when you get spoiled by movies and you don't want to know nothing, don't watch this. But for those who have seen the movie and feel like me, give me a like, subscribe, and share. All right. So I'm not gonna go too deep in this. We're gonna not to take too much of your time. I got some notes, and I'm gonna start from the beginning, cause I mean, this is my personal take on the whole movie. Just how I feel about it in general, and I'm gonna be honest. I like the movie, okay? But in pics of a biographical picture, no. As a fan, it was good because I think this is something that everybody needed. We just needed something to bring us together. And Mike, once again, he has done it. But there is some questions I do have about the movie, about the things that I saw. For one, and then once I got background information about what happened or what's supposed to happen in the future, then I can kind of understand. But I still think there could have been some things that was put to me. There was not enough dialogue in the movie. They started off, of course, Michael life starts off as with him being with the Jackson 5. It always have to start that way because you have to have a start. Not only that, that's how he started. Okay. Now the issues or the things that I saw was the transitional period, meaning everybody seems to know about the Michael Jackson story. Everybody has watched American Dream. We've seen specials, TV shows, videos. So we pretty much have a background. What my concern is the fact of coming from a point of view of someone who does not know. Okay? Or it doesn't even matter if it's a real, fake, whatever. I did not feel that moment of when he had arrived from when they actually made it in the Jackson 5. It was like, I don't know if they could show Ed Sullivan or do that, but I did see the Jackson 5 and the set did look like it was like a Ed Sullivan show set. And then from that, boom, they're in the house. It would have been nice if we would have got, like when you're looking at a biopic, you want to feel like you're a part of the story. I don't feel like I was a part of the story. From what I hear, there's some people who they backed out the movie. Diana Ross backed out, didn't want to do it. This person, that person can't do this, can't put that in there. While there are things that were prevented from being in the movie, there's a lot of other things that could have been in the movie. Just to kind of carry us on. Like, I love that moment in movies, biopics, where you see the person or the act or whatever, they've done all this hard work and they finally made it. Like, if they could have just gave us a little glimpse of that Jackson 5 phenomenon. they didn't have to have particular um, things. They could have showed pictures, something to transition us from they made it to him becoming a young adult. It was just like, boom, he a child, boom, they in the house, boom, he grown now. Even though they put the years up there, I didn't I didn't feel the moment, you know? Um, like in the Tina Turner movie, that moment of rolling on the river, that was like the moment. That was, we knew that that was the climax of the movie. I know that him being a part of the movie is called Michael Jackson. So him being a part of the Jackson 5, but that still could, that was a very monumental time for them. And that's very important to know the, just how much a phenomenon they were. That's where he kind of, he started off like at 5 performing. So we know, he probably really didn't have like a childhood, but they could have showed how the fans were just all over them and all of this. And then the second thing is him being an adult. What made him want to be on his own? Um, it would have been nice if we would have got. We did see him in Studio 54, but there was no. It was not enough dialogue for me. I don't know. We were just, I guess, following some moments of Michael. This is what Michael went through. What made him want to not be in the group anymore? Did something trigger it? Or, it would have been nice to carry us to that moment of like him not wanting to be in the group. We went from him being a kid to him recording on his own. We saw how his dad was like, I don't care what he do. Okay, we see, boom. Okay, even though he was still in the group, he was still able to record on his own. His dad didn't care, whatever. But even from that, we got the Motown 25. I guess, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I want too much. But even if they could have showed some pictures, it could have been some pictures, just something to transition me, to make me feel it. I liked the movie, but it had no feeling. The feeling came out of, it's Mike. It's Michael Jackson. They could have made a movie with his old clips on there, dancing. It still would have been a hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it still would have been a hit. But, so they went from that to him leaving the group, him announcing that he was leaving the group. And pretty much when he left the group, he did bad. I mean, then they showed him performing bad. It's just like clip after clip, edit clip, edit clip, edit clip, and they just put it together. They saw him speaking with the lawyers. He was speaking with his bodyguard at the time. He really was, that was his bodyguard, his close confidant, someone that he really talked to, which was cool. Some bits and pieces, but I just wish they would carry it on. But other than that, I enjoyed the movie. From what I saw or what I've seen, there's supposed to be a part 2. That's the only other thing that would make this make sense for me, is if there was a part 2. Like, if they're gonna make a trilogy out of this, cool, I get it. Now it makes sense. But yeah, so if they're gonna make a trilogy, that makes sense to me, kind of, because I guess they want to just show you his beginning, and then after Bad, Black or White, different things that he's done. So I'm ready for what the future may hold. I ain't gonna lie, I've been crying because I miss Mike too. And he's very special. He's something special. You have babies and children who didn't even know Michael, they're doing these dance moves and people still crying at the movie theater over this man. What an aura, what a powerful person. What he brought to music will never be duplicated. Will never. And there's main ingredients to it. You know, he always paid homage to the past. He learned from people and he gave them their flowers, you know, out of respect. What he did in his private time, that's his business, whatever. As far as him being an artist, he will always, always be the greatest of all time. There's, you can compare, you cannot compete where you cannot compare. You can't compare where you can compete. So hands down, this man's aura from death still has a hold on people. That says something about a person. So, yeah, if there's a part 2 or a trilogy to this, I'm down for it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Like and subscribe. See you later. If there's a movie or something you want me to review or watch or something, I'll watch it. I'm going to start back watching movies or TV shows. I haven't really been doing anything. So, but this was a wonderful treat, and have a good day. Bye-bye.